Thanks for checking out this channel. My name is Eli with 8482. The reason I want to create this video and share some of these tips with you guys is because it would have saved me so much money had I known this stuff when I first started out. So step number one is to open up a business, open up an LLC. You might be thinking, well, it's $800, at least here in California, annually to own and operate an LLC. It's actually going to save you a lot more than the $800 that you're paying to be operational. And when it comes to freelance videography work or getting your videography business off the ground, a lot of things can qualify as business write-offs. So if you didn't have an LLC, you would just be spending that money out of pocket. You would also have to pay taxes on all the income that you're making. If you have an LLC or you have a corporation, now you can write off those expenses and you'll only be taxed on profit. The other benefit to having an LLC is you're going to be able to open up a business bank account. You can be using a business credit card. You can use that to purchase all of your expenses that are now write-offs and tax deductible, as well as you're now receiving cash back or miles or really whatever you opt for with regards to that business credit card. If you are self-employed, you do have a business open, but you don't have any employees underneath you, by opening up a SEP IRA, you're going to be able to actually take 25% of your profits, write that off as a tax deduction so long as you put up to 25% into that SEP IRA account. And what that is it's a personal, business retirement account for yourself. There are some benefits like being able to, take out $10,000 without penalty to purchase your first home. All right. So I recommend looking more into a SEP IRA, seeing if it's right for you. It was for me as a freelance videographer. And in addition to everything we covered in terms of writing off expenses, well, I'm actually now able to take 25% of my total profit and write that off as well by contributing it into a retirement account. So that again is going to reduce the amount of taxable income that you have, add to your net worth, and that's our second money move. All right, number 3, pricing structure. So this is going to be everything. Obviously, if you are charging more money for your services, you're going to be making more money. There's a lot of different things we can do as videographers, content creators, or freelance, marketers, right? We can charge hourly. We can charge $30 an hour, $60 an hour, $120 an hour. You could charge per project. You could also have a retainer model and set up retainers, right? Okay, you pay me $2,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $6,000 a month for XYZ in terms of deliverables. So get honest with yourself, see where you're at in terms of how you can structure projects, rates, retainers, which is what I've transitioned to now, which works really well because you actually know how much money you're going to be taking home at the end of the day. All right, so the fourth and final point to this video is now money going out of your account. How much money can you actually save? So there's a huge difference between gross sales and gross profit, right? If you are writing off everything, if you've made your SEP contribution, if you're completely tax efficient to the best of your abilities, how much money are you actually taking home? Because we could focus on increasing profits, but if you're spending that money, you're not actually making any more money, right? If your expenses go up as your income goes up, well, your income is not going up. We need to set aside a specific amount of money every single month that you're going to be investing, right? Not crypto, not NFTs, not speculative investments. You can take a small percentage and do that as play money if you want to. Definitely focus on saving money. Look at the calculations, see how much you're spending every single month. So the 4 money moves, again, to summarize, you want to transition from individually doing all of the work, taking cash, not marking everything, having sloppy books, transition into a business. In doing so, you're going to be able to save more money because you're going to be paying less taxes on your profit. You're going to be able to take trips. You're going to be able to write off, clothes, personal expenses, gas, mileage, new equipment. It might seem more expensive because of that $800 fee. Depending on the state, it's going to be slightly different, but depending on the operational fee for having a corporation, it might be more expensive. There's trademarks, there's all kinds of stuff. At the end of the day, you're going to be saving more money as your business grows, and you're going to have less liability. Money move number 2, look into SEP IRA, especially if you don't have employees and you're just on your own. This has saved me tens of thousands of dollars in taxes, and I can actually deduct 25% of my total gross profit at the end of the year after write-offs and after expenses, roll that into a SEP IRA account. That's decreasing my taxes that I have to pay out of pocket and increasing my net worth over time, especially if you're young. It's something that's really smart to do. Third, money coming into the business. You need to look at that, evaluate that. Look at your pricing structure and ask yourself, how can I optimize my pricing structure to get more and more money coming into the business? And finally, fourth money move, you're not making money if you're spending all of it. So look at all of your expenses. How can you reduce expenses? And how can you put a specific monthly budget every single month at the end of the month to a taxable investing account? All right. Or depending on your income, if you are below a certain amount, you can put it into a untaxed account like a Roth. Okay. So look into those things. Hope this video helped. If you have any specific questions, drop them in the comment section below. I'll be going through and answering those.